What is sugar transport in plant? Sugars such as sucrose and glucose are plant's carbohydrates, and it is an essential component of plant nutrition. Sugar move in plant from the source to sink. The source is the place where the sugar are produced. Meanwhile, the sinks are the points where the sugar are delivered. Sugars are really important for the plants because it needed for the growth, reproductions, and developments of plant. How sugar are transported in plant? The transportation process involve important components which is a phloem. Phloem is a vascular tissue that play a big important role to transport the sugar. How phloem transport the sugar are by the translocation process, or in easy words, it is a movement of sugar process. Translocation include diffusion, proton pumps, and also co-transporter. As we know that phloem composed of three cells, which is Schiff's elements, parenchyma and sclerenchyma, and each of these cells they play their own functions and role. Why phloem are important in transporting the sugar? Because phloem responsible to transport the organic nutrients around the plant body. It also carries dissolved sugar from the leaf, which is their sites of production, and it also storage sites to other parts of the plant that requires the nutrient.
Translocation of sugar can be explained by using pressure flow model. The movement of sugar in this model are from leaf into root. In this pressure flow model, sugar is actively transported from cell in the leaf's mesophyll into the sieve tubes of phloem. The movement of sugar into phloem is dependent on electrochemical gradient established by proton pump, which is also known as active transport. Sugar is co-transported with hydrogen ion that are moving down their concentration gradient.
This is pressure flow model. The phloem and xylem are inside the mesophyll cell of the leaf, and leaf are the main source of sugar production, and the sugar is actively loaded into sieve tubes. At stem, the mass flow of phloem set from source to sink, and then this is root. In root, the sugar is unloaded at the sink, and the cells use sugar for cellular respiration or storage. You can see in this picture the concentration of iron hydrogen in the sieve tube cell is lower than the concentration of iron hydrogen in the mesophyll cell. And then the concentration of sugar in the sieve tube cell is higher than the concentration of sugar in the mesophyll cell, and it will cause the water flow in by osmosis. So when the water flow in, it will increase the positive pressure and make the sugar solution under massive pressure at the source. When the sugar solution under massive pressure at the source, it will be forced to move by backflow to areas of lower pressure at the sink like a root. When the sugar arrives at the root, it will be transported out of sieve tubes into the root cell. Then the sugar is used for cellular respiration or other metabolic processes.
How phloem tissue can cause damage to plants? As we know, the function of phloem is to transport the sugar from source to sink. If we cut off the phloem, and it will affect the transport of minerals in the plant body. And if the phloem is absent, plant will die because the plant cells will not get energy to function properly. These are the pictures show the effect of damaged phloem and also in the palm oil tree.
Next, the gardening can cause damaged plants. How? A tree or other plants can be killed by stripping away the bark in a ring on the trunk or stem. So the phloem will destroy and the nutrients cannot reach the roots, and the tree will die. So the sugar manufactured by leaf on the branch have no sinks to go. And then it will expand too many times from the normal size.
Aphid is one of the tiny insects that normally appears in a garden. They usually present if the pressure of sucrose in phloem is high. Aphids have a needle-like mouthpart called a stylet. The function of the stylet is to penetrate a stem and also tap into a sieve tube. The high-pressure sucrose solution is forced through an aphid digestive tract very quickly, resulting in a droplet of sucrose on the rear end called honeydew. Many ant species consume this honeydew and in turn they will protect the aphids.
Salam sejahtera Puan. Jadi soalan yang saya akan tanyakan pada interview hari ini, soalan pertama adalah keadaan persekitaran untuk tempat yang mengandungi tumbuhan yang subur dan menghasilkan buah yang banyak. Apakah keadaan persekitaran tersebut?
Selamat petang Rachel. Untuk bagi pertumbuhan pokok yang baik, ia memerlukan tanah, kebun yang subur, suhu yang sesuai, tidak terlalu panas dan tidak juga terlalu sejuk. Jadi apabila keadaan ini bersesuaian dengan pertumbuhan pokok tu, maka pokok akan tumbuh dengan baik. Jadi keadaan tanah kebun tu tadi akan mempengaruhi pertambahan pokok sawit.
Terima kasih. Jadi soalan seterusnya, apa yang akan terjadi kepada pertumbuhan pokok yang mempunyai banyak kerosakan pada batang pokok dan daun?
Okay, sekiranya pokok tu banyak yang rosak, di air dan nutrien yang diserap oleh akar tidak akan dapat disalurkan ke daun. Jadi ini menyebabkan tumbuhan pokok sawit itu tidak dapat membuat makanan dia sendiri melalui proses fotosintesis. Oleh demikian, lama-kelamaan pokok sawit tersebut akan mati. Sebab pokok sawit memerlukan air dan nutrien untuk pertumbuhan dia.
Terima kasih. Jadi soalan yang terakhir, apakah kesan musim kemarau dan banjir yang berpanjangan kepada penghasilan kelapa sawit?
Okay, untuk soalan yang terakhir, kalau pokok tersebut tumbuh dalam keadaan yang tidak baik, contohnya kemarau dan juga berlakunya banjir, maka pengeluaran buah sawit akan menurun kerana pokok sawit tidak dapat tumbuh dengan baik.